They told you Jesus was love. They told you he was peace, meekness, forgiveness. They painted him in soft hues, gentle hands, a halo, the calm gaze of a shepherd. But what if that image is a lie, not a mistake, not a misunderstanding, but a calculated deception? What if the Church, the Vatican, the councils, the priests and pastors, what if they've all been part of a cover-up, a distortion, not just of a man, but of a cosmic force, a weapon, a king in exile, and you've been living your whole life worshipping an illusion designed to pacify you, not awaken you? There are ancient scrolls, banned texts, and forbidden gospels that never made it into the Bible. There are symbols in the catacombs, frescoes hidden beneath, centuries of paint that depict a very different figure. One who didn't come to comfort the world, but to tear it apart. He didn't come to hand out miracles like candy. He came to ignite a revolution, and not just in the world, but in you. Long before the Council of Nicaea carefully curated what stories were safe enough for mass consumption, there existed whispers of a dangerous Messiah. A radical who roamed the wilderness not with robes of silk, but with the fire of a prophet and the sharpness of a sword. The Book of Thomas, hidden for centuries, records him saying, "I have cast fire upon the world, and behold, I am guarding it until it blazes." Does that sound like the Sunday school Jesus? No. He flipped tables, cursed fig trees, and called religious leaders sons of hell. He vanished from crowds like a shadow and reappeared cloaked in terrifying power. The demons didn't just fear him, they begged him for mercy. He spoke of kingdoms, not of this earth, kingdoms of war, kingdoms of judgment. And then he went silent, or rather, his true nature was silenced, scrubbed from the records, rewritten into submission. Because a Christ who demands everything is dangerous. He can't be marketed, he can't be turned into a trinket. So they made him soft, a lamb, and they buried the lion. Behind the walls of the Vatican lies the Archivum Secretum, over 50 miles of shelves filled with documents the public will never see. What are they hiding? Among these, rumors tell of a text older than any gospel, one, which claims Jesus wasn't a simple carpenter's son, but a celestial emissary, an interdimensional entity sent not to save humanity, but to reset it. Bishop Lucius Ferrato vanished in 1623 after claiming to have translated one of these scrolls. His final journal entries, smuggled out by a terrified monk, said only, "He is not as we imagined. His kingdom is not of comfort. It is of conquest. He will return, but not as a lamb." These entries were deemed heretical. The monk was executed for spreading madness. The scroll vanished. But strange echoes remain. In the artwork of medieval Europe, Jesus standing over a black sun. In the cryptic writings of Hildegard of Bingen, visions of a radiant man with eyes of flame, mouth of judgment. The Church feared something, not atheism, not heresy, but the real Christ. What if Jesus wasn't only battling Rome or corrupt priests, but something deeper? The Gnostic texts describe two realities: the false kingdom, our world, ruled by a blind, arrogant demiurge, and the true kingdom, beyond flesh, beyond form. In these accounts, Jesus comes not just to forgive sins, but to reveal the system, the illusion, the prison. He speaks in parables because the truth is too explosive for direct speech. He tells his disciples, "The kingdom is within you." But what kind of kingdom? Not peace, war, not comfort, conflict, the gospel of Judas. Yes, It exists, claims Jesus laughed when Judas offered to betray him. He wasn't afraid. He was orchestrating something. Judas wasn't a traitor. He was the only one who understood a necessary sacrifice to unleash the next phase, a spiritual detonation. In 1947, a small boy in rural Romania claimed to see a man of fire in the forest. He said the man spoke no words but burned images into his mind of war, destruction, and resurrection. In 1992, a Vatican-trained exorcist named Father Thomas Balducci reported a possessed woman speaking in Aramaic, naming Jesus not as Son of God, but as Commander of the Thrones. He wrote in his diary, "She feared him more than she feared hell." Then there's the phenomenon known as the Shrouded One, a figure described in modern visions across continents, always appearing in dreams or trances during times of crisis. He wears bloodied robes. His eyes shine like molten gold. He does not comfort, he warns. Psychiatrists dismiss these as hallucinations. The church stays silent, but the frequency is growing in war zones, in prisons, in deserts. Those who see him don't come back the same. This isn't about believing in Jesus. It's about what kind of Jesus you believe in, because the real Jesus doesn't ask for Sunday attendance. He demands death, not your physical body, but the version of you this world created. He says, "Take up your cross," not as metaphor, but as execution. The cross isn't jewelry. It's a portal into something terrifying and sacred. It is the price of truth. It is the fire you must walk through. You were told Jesus wanted you to behave. No, he wants you transformed, ripped open, remade. The world wants you tame, but he wants you dangerous, holy, untouchable, because if you're truly awakened, if the real Jesus takes hold of your soul, this world will never control you again. So now you must choose. Not between good and evil, but between sleep and awakening. The Jesus you've known, the safe one, the pretty one, the predictable one, is a lie, crafted by powers who feared what the truth could do. He was never meant to be tamed. He walks the edges of reality still, calling the broken, calling the wild ones, calling those who hear his whisper in the thunder. He will not beg for your devotion. He will command it, and he will not promise you safety. He promises transformation, rebirth through fire. So step forward into the blaze, into the mystery, into the war that has already begun. Subscribe to Doom Theory because the veil is thinning. The king is not gone. He is waiting in the shadows, with a sword and your name on his lips.